All right, kids, now how about we do some scripture readings from the Book of Mormon?
The pod.
A great price.
The pod.
A great price.
Shalom.
Shalom in the home. What's up, dogs? Cats.
What is up?
Oh, shit.
Hey.
Hey,
Who are you, me?
Who are
Hitting
you?
your fucking microphone. I'm professional. Is this amateur hour?
Amateur hour up in here, dude. Glad to be back, folks. Welcome to another Monday. It's the Pot of Great Price.
It sure is.
If you don't know, now you do. This is a podcast where me, Chris Jessup, former American... Well, I'm not a former American.
Former American.
I'm a former American. I've been repatriated. I'm a former American. I'm an American former polygamist. That's better. American first. Always America first.
Always American first. Start with the best foot forward.
Yeah, American. I can't even describe what we do for this podcast right now because we're all over the place. American former polygamist Mormon, reading the entire Book of Mormon, word for word, chapter by chapter, to my best friend across the pond.
Me, Fraser McMinn. I am still British. Not ex. Not an ex-atheist either. Still same old. They still haven't found a cure for the ADHD. I feel like there's probably more of a chance of finding a cure for that before I am no longer an atheist. But, I like a challenge.
Oh, yeah. So do you think they have a cure for atheism along with the cure for ADHD? Or
I do actually. And I
is
think
it a
that
pill
cure...
or...
Well, some could say that it's hard to swallow. But what it is the Pot of Great Price.
That's a cure for atheism right there, ladies and gentlemen. So
there's going to be a cure for anything. for that. For anything.
There's
You have your leg chopped off. If you're Chinese, think of this podcast as hot water.
It's a
This
cure-all.
podcast is the hot water to...
Yeah. This stupid podcast is the equivalent of a catch-all cure. That would be funny if there was a commercial like, do you or someone you know suffer from atheism? It shows like someone like kayaking.
I kind of feel like that probably already exists somewhere in like the deep south, boy.
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like
for sure.
it's got to be on some kind of like maybe weird local cable access in Zion. Local cable access of Zion.
Westworld, party time, excellent!
Yeah, Southern Utah has a commercial for curing atheism. That'd be great. But yeah, so we've been plowing right along. We are in the middle of, start of Second Nephi. Last chapter we had Lehi. Lehi's been kind of on his death tour, and last chapter was when he finally kicked the bucket. He started basically being like, "Hey, all my family, you need to go and do the things that the Lord says." And then they go to the next brother, and then it's like, "Yeah, you too." And then instead of going to Sam, they go to Ishmael, and then they go to Sam, and then they don't even have anything about Nephi. So we are now ushering in, after a very important death, moving forward as a family.
I do just want to say, even though we didn't have anything on Nephi, his last words to Sam were all about Nephi.
Yes, Lehi was like, "Hey, Sam, I know we haven't really talked to you this entire time."
Yeah.
Just my parting words, just be like Nephi. Anyway.
He kind of likes them half, so he has to kind of say the half that he likes about one and the half about... It's like, look, Nephi talks a lot, so I can't really stand talking to him. Sam's easy to talk to because he's got nothing fucking to say or a personality. So I can just stand being around you more, Sam. Because the guy it slips into the background.
Oh, totally. No, he's
camouflaged.
He's the nondescript dude who you don't. He's like an extra in the back that you see, like walking around. He's like ordering the coffee while the main characters are like having an argument at the table. That's.
But then you see the same extra pop up in like Superbad, and you're like, know nothing about him, but do you know what? I've already got fondness for him.
Yeah, it's like you see him then again in like in a scene in This Is Us or something. You're like, wait a second, he's like able to go between shows? What's the deal here?
I know.
Like, what a multifaceted extra Sam is.
So we're still on the hunt for who we're going to cast as Sam. So that's still something we're still kind of figuring out. Nephi is going to be a difficult one to cast. Actually, we haven't even thought about that. But Mel Gibson is no longer with us. We can confirm that.
I do have an idea.
Max is no longer mad. He's dead.
True. I do have an idea for a casting for Nephi. I was thinking about this last night, actually.
Really? Okay, hit me.
So Nephi is this guy who has a self-inflated idea of who he is. He's hanging on to his youth. He's really not that great of a guy on paper when we see his actions, but he likes to say that he's such a cool guy, and everybody's like, he's just desperate to want everyone. He's desperate for everyone to think that he's cool, right?
I think I might know where you're going.
You might be. Let's have you guess, and if it's the same thing that I'm thinking of, then we're completely synced.
My guess, Corey Feldman.
Oh, damn it! No.
Now, when we watch this back, listen to what you're describing to a T. You described Corey Feldman.
My suggestion was going to be Jared Leto.
Yeah, or Jared Leto. But
Yeah.
I feel like, Jared Leto. I think, all right, Jared Leto could play. He's got to play an older version. Maybe when he dies. I would find enjoyment. I don't even know how Nephi must die at some point. I've only just realized that at some point there's got to be a death of Nephi. I hope.
Nephi's not going to stick around for 1,000 years.
Wow. Oh, awesome. It's kind of like, you know how in Breaking Bad, you know when people were shocked that, spoiler alert, it's been fucking 15 years.
Yeah,
Watch it. When like, in the first episode of Breaking Bad, Walt gets told he's going to die. And people were shocked that in the last episode that he died.
Yeah.
Dumb. But yeah, so I think that Jared Leto is definitely on the thing. But I kind of see him as a bit of a devious angel, maybe. He's kind of got that, he already wears the kind of robes thing. Part of me thinks that he thinks he's I don't know. He kind of has more of a prickness about him.
Yeah, true. A certain je ne sais quoi prickness.
Yeah. But I'm really, really excited about today's episode because Chris has informed me. Again, I don't know what's going to happen, but Chris has already told me that we're in for a doozy.
Yes, this next chapter, 2nd Nephi chapter 5, contains some things that are very, very vital to Mormon history, Mormon culture, how we perceive Mormons, and everything else. So I'm stoked and I'm ready to rock and roll. You ready to go?
I'm very, very excited. I am ready to rock and roll.
All right. 2nd Nephi chapter 5. The Nephites separate themselves from the Lamanites, keep the law of Moses, and build a temple. Because of their unbelief, the Lamanites are cut off from the presence of the Lord, are cursed, and become a scourge unto the Nephites. About 588 to 559 BC.
Okay, right. Now, I've heard of the Nephites and the Lamanites. Is this the first time they've been mentioned? I don't think they've been mentioned yet.
Well, let's look at what the root word of Lamanites is. Laman. Lamanites are the descendants of Laman, oldest brother.
And the Nephites.
The man.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
But have they been named that before? Because I know about the Nephites and the Lamanites, and it's for one reason. Trey Parker mentioned them on a talk show. I think it might have been where he said about them, and I was like, oh, okay, that's a thing. And obviously that stayed in my mind. But okay, right. So we've now got our two gangs.
We have our
the Jets
crews.
and the Sharks.
We have the Jets and the Sharks. Yep, we got it.
Oh man, we are heating up. Dad's gone. Dude, Dad's gone. Let's fucking fight to the death. Let's go.
Yeah, dude. Nobody to police anymore.
Okay, unbelievable. Right. Great. Let's go.
All right, verse number 1. Behold, it came to pass that I, Nephi, did cry much unto the Lord my God because of the anger of my brethren. But behold, their anger did increase against me, insomuch that they did seek to take away my life.
Okay, so they're
pissed.
already plotting.
They're already wanted to kill Nephi because Dad's dead. right from
Well,
jump.
they were just waiting for that anyway. They were just
Like-
pushing. They were seeing how close to the line they could get. But way before this, they like to torture him to the point of death. But Dad said we can't kill our brother. What a prick! Can't wait till
I
he dies.
Can't wait
and then
till
he's
Dad's
got,
dead.
yeah, God, I'm gonna make you as dead as Dad.
Verse number 3. Yea, they did murmur against me, saying, our younger brother thinks to rule over us. And we have had much trial because of him.
No,
Wherefore-
carry on. Just for this one.
No. Wherefore, thou let us slay him, that we may be not afflicted more because of his words. For behold, we will not have him be our ruler, for it belongs unto us, who are the elder brethren, to rule over this people. So they're going seniority. We are older.
Yes.
That means that we have the authority. You younger brother, you are annoying. No.
Yeah, they're going. They're going royal family rules, lineage, oldest, firstborn. It's got to have that. You don't have to, I guess. But what I did want to say was I love it. I'm so happy you did start with a French accent though, because even with all this, like they're getting heated, they're still French.
They are so French.
Still French.
Even they're like puffed in the face. I can imagine them angry, but still kind of like looking cool and just I hit you and drinking wine and being very sophisticated about it. They're going to whoop his ass in a museum.
Yes, and they're going to insult him the whole time, and you're going to sit there and think like, ooh, those burns are actually more intense than the actual beating. Yeah. Verse number 4, now I do not write upon these plates all the words which they murmured against me, but it sufficeth me to say that they did seek to take away my life. So he's like, listen, they said so much, I don't even want to write them down, okay? But they just wanted to kill me.
It's a great kind of stupid excuse of like, but what did they say? I don't want to tell you. No, but what did they say? He doesn't, because they didn't say anything basically. And he knows he probably started writing what they said and then kind of took a beat, looked back and then was like, maybe I'm being too sensitive. Maybe they weren't being that harsh. And he just can't think of, he's just trying, propaganda, that is exactly how propaganda is like laid.
Yep. Verse number 5, and it came to pass that the Lord did warn me that I, Nephi, should depart from them and flee into the wilderness, and all those who would go with me. Wherefore,
Nephi of the jungle, strong as he can be.
Watch out for that tree!
So now he needs to be Nephi of the jungle.
yes,
The wilderness is calling him.
yes. Verse number 6, wherefore it came to pass that I, Nephi, did take my family, and also Zoram and his family, and Sam, mine elder brother and his family, and Jacob and Joseph, my younger brethren, and also my sisters, and all those who would go with me. And all those who would go with me were those who believed in the warnings and the revelations of God. Wherefore they did hearken unto my words.
Right, less cool. It sounded like he was about to do a one-man, a Bear Grylls, man versus the wilderness. This is Nephi. He needs to get out of everyone and just be him, shred naked and just kind of swing. And then immediately after, but I had to bring the family and the wife and kids. It's like,
Well, yeah. Yeah, it was going to be Nephi versus Wild, but then it turned into Swiss Family Robinson.
I think what he did is that there's a reason why he doesn't name check his wife, and I think that she is, let's say, quite a demanding wife. I bet that's what really it is. And he was like, I'm going to the wilderness, and she's like, oh, that'll be nice. Okay, well, pack up your things, let's go. And he's like, no, you promised me an holiday. Yeah, but I brought you to the land of the free. Oh, this old place. No, I want somewhere nice, somewhere with wood.
With wood. I don't know exactly which.
From you, Nephi.
I don't know exactly which wilderness in the Americas they are currently at. I would like to think that it's like, somewhere on the East Coast. So they're going to work. Like Nephi's like, I'm going to march off into the wilderness, but then it's just West Virginia. Verse number 7. And we did take our tents and whatsoever things were possible for us, and did journey into the wilderness, or in the wilderness, for the space of many days. And after we had journeyed for the space of many days, we did pitch our tents.
That they did.
That
I
they
wonder.
did.
I want to know who got Lehi's tent. I kind of feel like Soraya's already dead, because the obvious thing is that like Soraya's dead, but there has just been no mention of her.
Yes.
I'm just going to
you're
assume
correct.
she's, but let's just assume she's dead, right?
Yeah, because there's
Who-
no
She
mention
never
of
comes back
her.
again.
But who got the tent?
Who got the tent? Who got the tent? Siblings always famously fight over when their parents die, who gets the house and who gets, right? Could you imagine all of them just taking a corner each of the tent and just
And then it rips, and they're like,
Yeah.
it was your fault. Well, I
in my
would've done the
daddy
same."
tent. Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, that's nice. If they do that, if they got the imagery, the four of them, tore it, if this was a good story, by the end they would come back together, and what they would do, they would tie the tents, all their corners back together, and then they would live in harmony. Right? Now that's how it should end. That's your Pixar ending.
This is the same moment as at the end of 27 Dresses. when it's like, you're just the bitch that tore up my mother's wedding dress.
Today you're just some bitch who broke my heart and cut up my mother's wedding dress.
But it's Lehi's tent. Verse number 8. And my people would that we should call the name of the place Nephi. Wherefore we did call it Nephi.
Yes.
Yes. He finally got his place name, dude.
He had
Finally.
to name it himself.
It doesn't matter, dude.
Well, it kind of matters because, like, the other ones, it was named directly by Lehi. This was, but it's sad. It's really, really sad that
It's very
Sam still just like. Can you imagine? He's at Nephi sees it. Nephi's like, and we shall call this place Nephi, and Sam's at the back like, or Sam. How about Sam?
He's like in the back and he's like covering his mouth. He's like, Sam, who said that?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, who
But
said that?
I love it. He just turns out, just calls it up to cool, no, awesome.
Verse number 9. And all those who were with me did take upon them to call themselves the people of Nephi. So not only do we have a place name, we have a people name now.
And when he says, and I told them that they shall be called.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't their idea. Nephi is not loved within this large family. There is a huge number of people right now, I'm assuming, because every chapter in my head, it just grows and grows and grows, right? Eventually, they're going to look like the fucking Jessups. But, like...
True.
He's not loved amongst them. Like, they're all pretty pissed off of him for all very good reasons, right? They're not... When Lehi died, no one said, you're now our Axl Rose. No one. So, he wasn't nominated. He just fucking kicked off and demanded this place is going to be called Nephi. You guys are going to be called the people of Nephi. And everyone just went, fine.
Yep.
We'll shut you up. Otherwise, he'll kill us.
Verse number 10. And we did observe to keep the judgments and the statutes and the commandments of the Lord in all things according to the law of Moses. And the Lord was with us, and we did prosper exceedingly. For we did sow seed, and we did reap again in abundance. And we began to raise flocks and herds and animals of every kind. So they are marching forward, planting crops, grabbing cattle and shit, and being like, you know what, we are manifest destiny. They're just going forward and being intrepid explorers, living off the land, basically making their own society now. So
Nice. They're just doing it.
just
Fair
doing
enough.
it.
Fair enough. They seem a little bit more, I don't know, free.
Yeah,
Seem a
absolutely.
bit more one with the earth.
Yeah. Verse 12. And I, Nephi, had also brought the records which were engraven upon the plates of brass, and also the ball or compass, which was prepared for my father by the hand of the Lord, according to that which is written. So
He
brings the
completely
plates of
forgot.
brass.
Even I remembered that it's called the Liahona. Right? Even
Called the
I,
ball.
even I remembered it was called the My Lihona, right? He completely, and also the ball or compass. Like, come
Ball,
on,
or whatever it was.
the ball or compass, whatever the fuck. Anyway,
Yeah, so he grabs the plates, he grabs the Liahona. It's the same thing as like, oh, I gotta grab my Xbox, and I also gotta grab my RC car.
yeah.
Yeah, so gotta take it along with you. All right, verse number 13. And it came to pass that we began to prosper exceedingly, to multiply in the land. And I, Nephi, did take the sword of Laban, and after the manner of it did make many swords, lest by any means the people who are now called Lamanites should come upon us and destroy us. For I knew their hatred towards me and my children, and those who were called my people.
Come on, he still has it. We
Still
fucking
have it.
didn't we? Right? Didn't we say? Because early on when he first got the sword, it kind of. I thought it was us kind of riffing and being like, we still kept the sword, still kept the head, right? But in my head, it was kind of like, but he didn't really keep the sword. The sword was gone. He fucking kept it this whole time. We knew he was a psycho. We fucking, I bet he's not even cleaned it. I bet it still has every single spot of blood. He is carrying that. That's why, again, he answers himself. It's obvious why the fuck everyone just agreed to name everything Nephi along with themselves when he's got the sword of Laban still there. Things on the trigger.
Yeah, absolutely. He's like, all right, he has his hand on the hilt. He's like, and we're going to call this place Nephi, aren't we, folks? And they're like, yeah, totally. It's like there's blood dripping off the blade. He's like, yeah, we're going to call that place Nephi, and we're probably going to have some good times out here, huh, everybody?
Yeah.
It's like kind of
I'm so happy that's come back. I'm like genuinely. Never in a million years did it even cross my mind we would see the sword again. That's awesome. Man, what a reference back to a great time in the Book of Mormon.
Right? And also, too, he takes the sword, but then makes many swords out of it. So he's basically, you know that scene? Oh, okay. So you know that scene in Game of Thrones after Ned Stark dies and they take the giant Valyrian sword and then they make two swords out of it. One goes to Joffrey, the other one goes to Brienne or whatever, or Jaime Lannister. That's the same kind of thing. So they're taking the sword and he's breaking it, making it into a few other ones, so that way the people have something to defend themselves.
So he's taking that sword, breaking it down to smaller swords.
Yes.
Okay, right. I'm happy you said that because I kind of thought that he meant he used the mold. I don't know why that straight away kind of went to my head. It kind of felt like he used the mold of that to create.
You are
more
actually. I'm wrong. You're right. After the manner of it, did make many swords. Meaning you are correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So, whoops. Hold on. I'm receiving a call from my mom. Should I answer it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys put such a fun spin. In fact, we were over in Townsend. We played one of your blips that you guys did, and everybody was just laughing over your podcast and thought it was great. And I said, well, you know what? Give him a follow, and you guys know when he's got his shows going on and when the next podcast comes out.
Yes. Yeah, so you're right and I was wrong on that. So I was under the impression upon first reading of that verse that he was taking his sword and breaking it into many swords, but I think you are correct in saying that he's taking the mold and making more swords after the sword of Laban to kind of make more full-size swords. Okay, you are correct. I'm incorrect.
I think we spoke about it before, but I think we agreed that it kind of maybe looks like an Aladdin, like a kind of Alibaba sword.
Oh,
kind of one that's kind of got that curve, a bit like like the hilt would have kind of like those kind of cool little like gems. I picture rubies on both edges of the hilt.
Oh yeah, I mean you have like the hilt is the top head of a snake, and the snake's eyes are rubies.
Yeah. Yes.
So
I picture very like that.
You know how the tip of Jafar's staff is a cobra head?
Yes.
But without the cobra.
That's exactly that. Exactly like that. If you could combine Jafar's staff with the henchman, like the kind of the beefiness and the shape of that. Really, that's exactly the picture I've got in my head. So bringing something over from the Middle East to the States, bringing over some flavor.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. All right, verse 15. And I did teach my people to build buildings, and to work in all manner of wood, and of iron, and of copper, and of brass, and of steel, and of gold, and of silver, and of precious ores, which were great in abundance.
Just name every single one. He's really beefing up his CV. You know, when you have to make it look really, really easy.
Yeah, and
He's just trying to show off that he knows various minerals.
Yeah, he's just listing things that he knows how to build with.
Yeah.
And
I don't know how much. I don't know as much as to building them as I know just smashing them together.
Nephi's he's like smashing sticks and rocks together. And they're like, Nephi, what are you doing? He's like, I'm building a building. Shut up.
And they're like, okay, Nephi.
Okay. Like, honestly, you need to learn this after the manner of men. It's like, whoa, Nephi, I just don't think we're going to be able to sleep in that. And he pulls out the sword. He's like, do you want to fucking live?
Do you want to fucking live? Just
like,
so
whoa. Verse 16, and I, Nephi, did build a temple, and I did construct it after the manner of the temple of Solomon, save it were not built of so many precious things. So he's like, yeah, it's not as grandiose and as beautiful as the temple of Solomon, but I did build a temple anyway.
I tried. At least I can say I tried.
Yeah, he gave it a whirl. He gave it the good old college try. For they were not to be found upon the land, wherefore it could not be built like unto Solomon's temple. But the manner of the construction was like unto the temple of Solomon, and the workmanship thereof was exceedingly fine.
It was exceedingly fine.
Yeah, so he did a good job with it, even though it's not as crazy cool as the Temple of Solomon.
Yeah. Just a quick question, just again to bring me up to speed again, just my lack of pre-knowledge. Temple of Solomon, just briefly, what is that?
Solomon was a ruler and a king in the Bible, and he had a really dope temple. And he, his temple was kind of the thing where everybody else, if they tried to make a temple, tried to make it look like King Solomon's. So it's like every talk show is based off of Johnny Carson.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Right. Cool.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And it came to pass that I, Nephi, did cause my people to be industrious and to labor with their hands. And it came to pass that I should be their king. But I, Nephi, was desirous that they should have no king. Nevertheless, I did for them according to that which was in my power. So they're
Nephi, the first no king protester.
Nephi's early on.
Dude, yeah.
He's the only one marching around his pile of rocks and sticks that he calls a temple. He's like, no kings, no kings.
I can imagine next time you walk around and you see another no kings, like you're just gonna go bunch of Nephis.
Bunch of Nephites over there.
Yeah.
Verse 19, and behold, the words of the Lord had been fulfilled unto my brethren, which he spake concerning them, that I should be their ruler and their teacher. Wherefore I had been their ruler and their teacher, according to the commandments of the Lord, until the time they sought to take away my life. Wherefore the word of the Lord was fulfilled, which he spake unto me, saying that, inasmuch as they will not hearken unto thy words, they shall be cut off from the presence of the Lord. And behold, they were cut off from his presence.
And then I will cut off their heads.
Cut his fucking head off!
Yeah. He's all about the cutting off.
Again, he's repeating it. That means it's on his brain. He's thinking about it. And to cut off, and he's now getting flashbacks. So it was like, cut off, and it's just slow-mo, chopping Laban's head clean off.
Yep.
And he's like, cut off.
Oh, I love cutting off.
I love cutting off.
All right. Verse 21. And he had caused the cursing to come upon them, yea, even a sore cursing, because of their iniquity. For behold, they had hardened their hearts against him, that they had become like unto a flint. Wherefore, as they were white and exceedingly fair and delightsome, that they might not be enticing unto my people, the Lord God did cause a skin of blackness to come upon them.
There it is. Wow, there was a lot to unpack there on 2 Nephi chapter 5 verse 21. There's a lot to unpack. Okay, we're going to go top down. Okay. And he had caused the cursing, right? So now they're swearing. So now they're effing and jeffing. They're just... They turn into the Osbournes now. And they're just... There's lots of beeps going on. Just
Yeah.
and then, but it's like... And even the Sorcas is kind of like, hush, dang it. Oh, shoot. Watch your language.
So,
so it starts kind of whimsical.
Really quick here, cursing here is not swearing. It's a curse, like a witch's curse.
Yeah, I know that, but
okay.
I'm not. No.
Okay,
that's
I just
not
wanted to
how
make
it's
sure that
playing
you're
out
on the
here.
same. Yeah,
I was aware that it was like a spooky witch's curse, but had caused the cursing to come upon them. The idea that just suddenly they're getting so bad that swear words are just kind of rising up is just that tickles me a bit
The
more.
Lamanites start like, they're like, yeah, Nephi's our younger brother, so he cannot be made a ruler over us. Fucking damn it.
Yeah. Oh, fucking damn it. Just
They
literally,
just
dude,
don't know how to swear well. They're like a little kid who first learned the word. They're like, Nephi is such a fucking tool bag. And they're like, whoa, what was that? And they're like, I don't know. And they're like, it must be the cursing.
Why don't you shit off? Yeah. So but it's even funnier. You know how like you know when they bleep swears, it makes it funnier.
Yeah.
Like the times when you go out and they don't have that, it's still funny, but the fact that there's the beep in, it hits the punch and just makes it. So now I'm just imagining there's just beeps going off around them. So I'm. Awesome.
What if that was instead of the cursing where they say the swear word and then the beep comes in later? What if the cursing that they said, they just made the beep sound?
Just out there, but they don't go beep. Like they just, and it does that.
And it just automatically happens. And so the Nephites are walking around hearing Lamanites talk, and it's like, what's with all the beeping? What's going on? Yeah, so the cursing came upon them super hard, super quick. They're effing and jeffing. And they had hardened their hearts against the Lord. So, again, anytime your heart's hard, just hard as hell. Your heart is just rock hard against the Lord. And it's so hard that it became like unto a flint. And flint is a type of rock that's extremely hard. And so they're like so hard, it's like rock solid, literally. Wherefore, as they were white and exceeding fair and delightsome, so, as we've mentioned in the podcast before, a lot of times when when Nephi mentions the color white, it's usually always paired with fair and delightsome.
Yeah, and pureness and
pureness
greatness and superiority. Something very. Yeah.
So, wherefore, as they were white and exceeding fair and delightsome, he's literally talking about their skin. That's what he's talking about. And being that they harden their hearts against the Lord, that they might not be enticing unto the people the Lord God. So like he's saying, like we as a Nephite people, we like white. We are very much pro-white, and we don't like the fact that anyone could be not white. And so the Lord was like, "Oh, easy solution. Let's just cause a skin of blackness to come upon them." So, all of that packaged in together, this right here, 2 Nephi chapter 5, verse 21, is scriptural evidence of racism in the LDS church.
I remember early on in our friendship when I was asking you about Mormon stuff and, the crazy things, because I didn't know about that stuff until you were for me, and I was like, so what's some of the crazy stuff? And you said the thing about the black skin. And I remember you quoting that and saying, it literally says, and the Lord did cause a skin of blackness to come upon them. That is just, it's right there, played as black and white.
Yeah. So, you know what's crazy? Before I move on, there have been multiple people throughout my life that have denied this scripture's existence.
Yeah.
because the propaganda machine
Yeah.
is that the church does a really good job of being like, well, no, that's
Yeah.
well, hold on, and then they like cover it up with the rug, or they avoid the question completely. This verse is very well written out. Is the problems with this verse rather in the CES letter? I don't know if you remember that, where the guy basically called out the church on all their bullshit. He talks about this, and he's right. It's like enticing unto my people equals white, curse equals black.
Yeah. Yeah. So just to reiterate, if you don't understand what our Lord God is saying right there, he made the bad people black people.
Yes.
And that's where we get them.
According to Mormons,
That's what that's saying. Like, and exactly, you do get people trying to defend it and kind of try and deny its existence and say it doesn't there. Again, I mean, it is right there. It is right there.
we're on the church's website.
Yeah, that is something that we can say verbatim is in the Book of Mormon.
So next time you have missionaries come over,
Yeah, major real. But just remember, in 1978, God changed his mind about black people.
And I believe that in 1978, God changed his mind about black people.
it's true. It's true.
And that's also true.
Yeah, because then they decided that, oh yeah, no, black people can have the priesthood now.
Do you know what I reckon it was? I reckon Mormon church songs, Mormon church songs probably were pretty bad. They were probably slacking. That was probably the thing they weren't doing very good. And they were like, we need to get some rhythm. We need some brothers.
That's what Joseph is seeing in the hat. He's just sitting there like looking at this verse. He's like, I don't know how I feel about that. No, Martin, that is what it says. I'm just trying to say, I mean, well, think about it. I mean, if we had more black people, we'd probably have more rhythm, right? I mean, that's probably...
I'm just saying, no, the words are great. The words are great. Now think about it with a funky bass hook.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
God said, all good.
The moment a funky bass hook came in, God's like, actually, you know what? Yeah, give him the priesthood. This fucking rules, man.
Yeah.
God changed his mind about black people because of funk.
if anything's going to do it.
If anything's going to change your mind.
If there's anything that we can unite as a people on, is funk.
Funk rules, dude. All right.
Now we've unpacked that.
Let's go ahead and continue on. Verse 22. And thus saith the Lord God, I will cause that they shall be loathsome unto thy people.
Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. I thought it was going to be a bit more implied than it has been.
Well,
how thick it just says it.
Oh, phrase.
Is
We have a few more verses.
I
to get
wasn't
to. It's
expecting
pretty
it to be.
intense.
I was kind of expecting it to be a sentence that is like, if you think about it this way, it's meaning these people. But like, it could be interpreted. Wasn't expecting it to be such a I was gonna say manual, but not a manual. like a fucking
Yeah.
Like that's wild, dude. That's wild.
So they shall be loathsome unto my people, save they shall repent of their iniquities. So if you repent, you turn white again.
That's what happened to Michael Jackson.
That's what he did. He
That's
repented.
what he did. That boy repented.
That's what it is. And cursed shall be the seed of him that mixeth with their seed. So if you have interrelations with these folks, you shall also be cursed. For they shall be cursed even with the same cursing. And the Lord spake it, and it was done.
So in just a matter of a couple of verses, he covered. He's covering all of it. Mm-hmm. He didn't just go on. He just didn't say about black people bad. So I'm letting you know. They're also very loathsome, and they're not going to be very nice. But they can get better. But And then mixed racing, if you're thinking of breeding with these, hell no. Dude, he is this lovely, this all-loving Lord, right? All loving.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. And so, yeah, even interbreeding with black people, according to the scriptures, is bad. Verse 24, and because of their cursing which was upon them, they did become an idle people, full of mischief and subtlety, and did seek in the wilderness for beasts of prey.
They become people of mischief, right? That's fun. They're just scared of some mischief.
Yeah,
They're going to seek in the wilderness.
I mean, they're going to grab a paper bag full of dog shit and light it on fire and set it on your front porch and knock on the door and run away. And a little whoopee cushion under your seat before you sit down at the dinner table. Just kind of
they're just a bunch of tricksters. They're just having a laugh.
You know what's funny is that in a way that you can interpret this is like God, and then God said, black people are sneaky.
Yeah, you very well could.
That's a way to.
That is a legit interpretation of the Book of Mormon without us even trying to be funny.
Yeah,
we just are funny.
Verse 25, and the Lord God said unto me, they shall be a scourge unto thy seed. To stir them up in remembrance of me, and inasmuch as they will not remember me and hearken unto my words, they shall scourge them even unto destruction.
Chapter 26, OJ did it.
And verse 26, and it came to pass that if the glove does not fit, ye shall acquit. Verse 26, and it came to pass that I, Nephi, did consecrate Jacob and Joseph, that they should be priests and teachers over the land of my people. So
the two youngest.
The two youngest. So Nephi, again, not consecrating Sam.
Yeah.
Fucking Sam, dude. What about Sam?
Do you think it's because Jacob and Joseph, I don't know how old they are at this point, but they're the youngest. Their dad's gone. They need a fatherly figure. Layman and Lemanuel drive, right? Lemanuel, they're doing their own thing, right? They're doing their thing. They kind of like each other. They've agreed that we're the only good brothers. All the other brothers can go fuck themselves. The brothers French have agreed that amongst themselves. And, if they want to do that, fine. They've got more of a rapport. It's fine. Okay. Yeah. They don't give a fuck about their little brothers. Nephi can swoop straight in and fucking brainwash him straight away. Their dad's not there. Well, who else have they got to look after them? Like, Nephi's probably their dad right now, really. So, of course he did that. He could make them do it. Again, not a lot of free will going on with this family.
Definitely not. I'm just waiting for Sam to have his day in the sun.
Yes.
I just want Sam to be given the same attention and everything else as all the other brothers have, but as we've seen, it's just very not friendly to Sam. So
I want him to prove himself. I really hope he does.
Verse 27, and it came to pass that we lived after the manner of happiness. So they're happy. Verse 28, and 30 years had passed away from the time we have left Jerusalem. So,
quick time jump.
Yeah. So, all right. So, black people cursing loads of people. Anyway, time jump 30 years, and
then we were happy for 30 years. Then we just stayed there and be happy for 30 years.
That's crazy to be like, yeah, the God cursed the people we don't like with the skin of blackness. We're actually pretty stoked on it. Anyway, 30 years later.
And we stayed stoked on it for 30 years. Nothing changed. No one had any problem with it. It's crazy.
Verse 29, and I, Nephi, had kept the records upon my plates, which I had made of my people thus far. And it came to pass that the Lord God said unto me, make other plates, and thou shalt engraven many things upon them which are good in my sight, for the profit of thy people. So again, profit is for the gain of, not the other kind of profit. Nephi is a prophet, but not gaining a lot of money. Verse 31, wherefore I, Nephi, to be obedient to the commandments of the Lord, went and made these plates upon which I have engraven these things. And I engraved that which is pleasing unto God. And if my people are pleased with the things of God, they will be pleased with mine engravings which are upon these plates.
Remember we said we were just going to look at each other and... Nephi.
Nephi. All right, I got to change my battery.
I'm thinking about maybe some PBM. Might get some roadies. Possibly. So what's the longest you can go without craving alcohol?
I haven't had alcohol for a couple of days. Actually, I drank yesterday.
Anytime Nephi is Nephiing, it's the same feeling, like a lot of these verses. You know that news story that you might have heard? You might have heard of it. You might haven't. But do you remember that thing where they're like, Taco Bell's meat has sawdust in it? Did you ever hear about that? Oh, damn it. Okay, so it was a big thing out over here in America where a few years ago they did like, what's actually in Taco Bell's meat? And so they like, looked into it. And apparently, allegedly, I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently they found like sawdust. Just as a filler to like bloat it up a little bit.
Is that you don't know if that's true? That was kind of like a thing what people were saying. Or did they actually look in and find that?
I think that's what was found in there. Again, I could be wrong. So
maybe sawdust kind of feels like it's one of those things that probably exists in most foods. It gets everywhere. If you tried to get rid of sawdust, it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, you can't get it. It can't get rid of it.
It exists. But I will say, yeah. It sounds good. Now I'm hungry for Taco Bell. We only recently got Taco Bell. Like it's only just started coming over. Yeah.
Damn.
So, and it's really, it's not the same.
It's never the same in Britain as it is in America because
we don't have Mexicans over here, so they don't know how to do it.
Yeah, it's true. All right. So yeah, verse 32 is basically like, yeah, they liked what I said. And verse 33, and if my people desire to know the more particular part of the history of my people, they must search mine other plates. Dun, dun.
Ooh, that other plates including the lost plates of Nephi?
Mm-hmm. Verse 34, and it sufficeth me to say that 40 years had passed away, and we had already had wars and contentions with our brethren.
Okay, right. Okay, so just to get my head... So when he said, did we just have a time skip of 30 years, they dabbled, and then now another time skip of 40 years, or is he saying that's another 10 years on from what I said?
I think it's another 10 years stacked on.
It's got to be, because then that would have been 70 years past like that. And then also, well, I'm assuming that we're going to be getting some flashbacks, that, or he's just kind of hinting to what's to come, because he said, and we already had wars with our brethren. So wars, full wars, they're coming. Right. So
keep in mind, Nephi and his definition of war might be different because he just barely called a pile of rocks a building just a minute ago. You know what I mean? So
right. Oh, you're so right. Oh, it's going to be like that fucking episode of Game of Thrones where it's all in the dark and they were teeing it up like the Battle of Winterfell. That was it. When they were teeing it up, they literally said this is the biggest battle that's ever been in any TV show or film, including Lord of the Rings, including put together. Battle of Winterfell, much bigger. Couldn't see a fucking thing.
Couldn't see a thing.
Not a thing.
So, yeah, Nephi's definition of war and contention might be different. I mean, undoubtedly they had some squabbles, but I don't think it was like full-blown, like, I will amass an army worthy of Mordor. Like, that's not going to be like that, you know?
Well, look, let's just hope that it's during the day.
Yes, because we want to see it.
Hope that. I want to see it.
Yeah, we want to see it.
Yeah, yeah.
But that is the end of the chapter.
Great chapter. Wow. Just want to go straight into this because
it's time, everybody, for everyone's favorite section of the podcast. It's time for Fraser's Final Thoughts.
Fraser's Final Thoughts. Great chapter. I honestly think that's probably been one of my favorite chapters in a while. That was really good.
I knew you'd like this one.
Yeah, no, you did not disappoint. You really didn't disappoint. There was some huge surprises that I really wasn't expecting. the thing I'm most excited about is the sword. The fact that that came back, because you and I just had such like a we're running with the whole sword thing. I don't know if you guys are like in that way we're going with Nephi. I'm assuming you are because we're loving it. But like us kind of building his character in our head and him with the sword and the kind of, it's Anakin's lightsaber.
Yeah,
It's like,
totally.
your father wanted you to have this. Little Luke, little Joseph Smith looking Luke in his robes under the ground, innocent, hasn't done anything, just trying to pick him up some power converters. And then suddenly this is what your father wanted to give to you. Very elegant stuff. And wow, I've never met, and then you find out that it brutally slaughtered tons of younglings. Just,
Yep.
and he's like, wow. That is the sort of flavor. That is our equivalent.
Yeah.
But dude, man, so much to unpack. Got mighty racist. Got mighty racist.
The crown jewel of this episode for sure is verse 21. Specifically the last half of that verse. And you think about the amount of pain and the amount of anguish that people have gone through because of this verse. It's insane. It's crazy.
That is, man. That is so true. That is actually true. It kind of makes us making jokes about it. Kind of go a bit like, oh, yeah.
This is a comedy.
I'm still going to make
podcast.
jokes.
We can have both.
We can have both. But that's a good point. Yeah, I guess I never didn't see that way, but you're absolutely right. Yeah, just because of that. And that's a thing that, again, really interesting when people try and interpret that in a way to make it, to take the edge off it. When, I mean, you can't. It is there.
There's no way to reinterpret.
There's times doing this podcast where sometimes I kind of like, maybe were we a little bit too harsh? Were we kind of coming down a little bit too much? Or kind of blowing something up a bit more, and then something like that comes along, and it kind of makes me realize like we're actually not really. We literally are.
No,
it's what it says.
It's literally what it says
in black and white.
So
wow,
tough thing to swallow. I think if you're a Mormon person and try to be a good person.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you're a black Mormon, please get in touch with us. Please, please record an episode with us.
That's
I don't know any.
I don't
Chris
know
might be only
either.
Mormon.
I'm not even a Mormon anymore.
Not even anymore, right? So we don't have any connection. But if you do, then we are talking directly to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
If and I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
If you know somebody or are somebody that is a African American or a cursed Mormon. We would love to talk to you. Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, we're having fun here, guys. Come on. We're all good. We're all brothers. Sam.
I've never thought of Nephizzle before. That's great.
Yeah, honestly, because I mean, there is so much I want to talk about. I'd be really interested to someone, because I mean, there are black Mormons, aren't there? Like they are. So, but especially, I think growing up as a black person in Mormonism, I think would be really, really interesting to hear about. Because it's right there, just kind of what that does to your psyche. I'd be really, really fascinated to just have no joke. It doesn't even have to be jokes. It probably will be jokes because we're naturally very funny people. But I think it's really, really good. Great chapter. There's a lot of movement. We've had time skips now, so now we know wars are coming. We don't know how Nephi's interpreting wars just yet, but now we have gangs. Now we have the like we said, with the Jets and the Sharks. We have the Nephites and the Lamanites. Man, I'm already kind of picturing what their clothing is. And like
Oh.
their gang colors.
Oh, easy. Nephites blue, Lamanites red.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah, it is that. But you know, who's purple? Who's Mace?
Who's purple? It's probably Sam off to the side.
Yeah. But yeah, great. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that episode too. I loved it. Thank you very much for that, Christopher.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Yeah. Anything coming up this week for you, dude?
Oh, yeah. So this is coming out on the 17th. I am going to be featuring for, her name is Sereni Wirasakera. Yeah, she is a Sri Lankan comedian who's going to be at the Spokane Comedy Club on the 23rd. I'm going to be doing about 20 minutes or so, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Get your tickets, man. I also host trivia out in Post Falls and all that good stuff too. But if you give both Fraser and I a follow on our own social medias and also follow the Pot of Great Prize, you guys are going to be in the know. You're going to be a part of the family. That's what we're trying to say here. So,
yeah, if Nephi can build a family, we can.
Absolutely, and we're doing it without racism.
With very little racism. Some.
I wouldn't say that
the odd bit. No, none.
Bits might be, but we are not.
No, absolutely not.
That's the difference there. And also, too, if you are ever like, you know, those times in your life where you're like at the grocery store or something like that, and someone's taking their cart and they just like leave it.
Trolley.
Sorry,
Yeah.
trolley. Sorry. All of they just like leave it out in the parking lot without putting it into
the worst. Very inconsiderate, rude.
So you see that person and you see them just like drop it and walk away. Get out of your car. I'm telling you, get out of your car, go up to them and say, excuse me. And they're going to think that you are about to tell them to grab the trolley and bring it back. That's not what you do. A little switcheroo, a little side game. You go, you can be, full of mischief, and you could be like, hey, yeah, so sorry, excuse me. And they're going to be like coming back at you, and they're going to be like aggressive. And you'll be like, hey, no, forget the cart. Have you heard about the Papa Craig Prize? Have you heard about, I have some great news. And they're going to be like, wait a second, well, hold on. And then you're like, oh, yeah, no, it's this podcast where 2 guys read the Book of Mormon, and you should listen to it. And they're going to be like, but what about the trolley? And then you're like, dude, forget the trolley. Nephi
nothing to do with the
has
fucking
a sword.
He has a sword. He has a sword. Think about how good that would make you feel. You had the power to escalate a situation and then to completely confuse it and de-escalate. And then you made a friend for life.
Absolutely. So, like, subscribe. Don't be gay. I don't know. I can
or
make
black.
No, you can be black, but just don't be gay. See you guys later.
See ya. Bye.